toot. Welcome toot. สวัสดีกระมังกระเช็คตัวซันชันเดลูสต้นปะฮูปะฮูฮายดิซี่
And what's up, everybody? It's your boy Andrew Esquire here on The Legal Mindset, where we teach you and you alone to be your own judge. I hope you guys are doing very well. This is my last day on my little bit of running around Thailand here. So I'm still in the scuff setup, which means I don't have headphones. I can't hear the feedback. I don't know whether I'm actually muted or not. Surprise, surprise. But I will be back in Bangkok tomorrow. So we'll be back on the normal setup, back in more of a normal time frame for a day or two. And then I'm off to Japan. So been a very, very busy time for me. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me. This is a odd time because this is all the free time I have. In fact, I only have like 45 minutes today. So this is going to be a power stream. We're going to power through it. And it's probably going to be a single topic stream as well, because that's about all I'm probably going to have time to get through with, particularly with my concerns here today. But real quick, let me say what's up to everybody here. Professional gentlemen, thank you for letting me know I'm not muted. Thank you. I appreciate you. Danielle, also thanks to my other mom, Danielle. Thanks for being up early. Good to see you. Who else here? Let's say what's up to whoever else here. Elfire Ava says, "Oh my, what a sussy baka offer this is." It's an interesting offer, and we're going to talk about this deal today and some of my concerns and questions. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, "Andrew, you're just being a hater. You're being maybe too harsh, or you're stopping people from giving stuff out for free or giving stuff out and helping other people." That's not my intention. My intention is to tell people who may not know otherwise, maybe because they're young, maybe because they don't have any business experience. They've never worked in an organization, much less led an organization. They're just well-meaning kids. And that's all fine and good until you have legal responsibilities, until you have a liability, until you have potential issues here. You have stuff that I can see lawsuits happening over, all sorts of stuff that is huge, right? So we're going to have to get into that today, because I think in the VTubing sphere, particularly with a lot of smaller indie VTubers, they're very well-meaning, but they're very young and inexperienced. And because of that, that can lead to some potentially harmful situations. And it's not out of malice. It's out of just not knowing any better, saying, "Hey, I didn't know I couldn't do this," or "I didn't know this is a bad idea," right? So we're going to get into that today and hopefully help some people. Philly Zoo said, "Buenos dias, base department." I got to play the clip.
Hello, Beso Department.
Appreciate that. It happens. Be looking at the thumbnail. Mr. Lawyer going to be VTuber. Well, I've already said I'm going to get a full model eventually. I've still got my PNG, but my the software I was using with it got a little bit of foobar, so I think I have to update the drivers and stuff. But yeah. Stephen Miller says, "Hi, Andrew. An early stream?" Yes, because my time is limited today. So it is a very early stream. I know that'll be different numbers than usual. It won't be the typical crowd. That's fine. If you're watching this in the US, you're either a very, very, very responsible person, or you're
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
So I'm just saying. I think some of you degenerates haven't gone to bed yet. Jinblade says, "Good morning, Andrew. Look, 6-month badge. What's going on, Jinblades? Appreciate that. 6 months. What a Chad. What's this VTuber program now? Sounds interesting in a way." Oh, it is. Oh, we got some overnight workers. Awesome. Shout out to the graveyard shift. Yeah, Elfire Ava says, "I can't tell you how many VTubers just starting out, I had to inform them about setting up even the basics. And I've got a couple of years of licensed practice under my belt. I imagine there's some people that are really inexperienced. And I don't mean to be mean to them or be an asshole, but I mean, frankly, these people need a lawyer dad, right? They need a lawyer uncle. Maybe that asshole lawyer uncle that has to tell them what their mom won't tell them. You know, mommy's like, "You do whatever you want, dear. You go out there and you do it. I believe in you. The power of your dreams will conquer all." And I'm like the lawyer uncle who overhears this and is like, "So that's why you've worked in HR for 30 years, Karen, with no promotion. She's like, you're an asshole, Andrew. That's how I feel. What do you mean, Andrew? I only just got up. I'm saying I'm ready to go to work, but I have vacation days. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's get into it. What the fuck am I talking about here? What am I going to be the asshole lawyer uncle about? It is this aspiring VTuber program that was dropped by Veli. Now, I don't know this creator. I don't know them intimately. I don't have any beef with them. I don't have any problem with them at all. I'm just, once again, pointing out that this is something they posted here, and I have some questions about it. Once again, I think they may be coming from a good place. I think they may be coming from a caring place. However, there's a lot of potential legal issues here. The announcement says, I'd like to announce a new VTuber program I'm starting for aspiring VTubers in our community. My plan is to help VTubers by providing them with everything they might need to start as a VTuber. The forms to apply will be in the thread. Okay, so we're going to get into that requirement there and on the list of what they're going to do, which is where most of the issues come from. But before that, warranty void. Member for 3 months. Says smash that like button. Got to speed run the like count. Guys, let's get up to at least 200. We can do it. 250 people? We'll get 200 easy. Come on. Share it out on Twitter also as well. That'll help get the word out and get people tuned in. I do appreciate that whenever you guys do that. It is very helpful. All right, so let's get into the actual requirements here that Veli dropped for this program. So what are they? The requirements are listed right here. Let me get this chat out of the way so you guys can see it better. Oh, wait, I forgot one important chat. Before I do this, Lenmar says, hey, Andrew, how is your lawsuit against Gillette going on? I think you're noting the fact that I have clearly not shaved in 24 hours. And that is because of Gillette, because at the store I went to, at the 7-Eleven, they did not have Bic or any other brands. They didn't have any other like local brands. They just had Gillette. And I refuse to buy Gillette razors to this day. I would rather not shave, which I hate. I hate it. And I'd rather not shave than buy a fucking Gillette. It's my personal credo. And for the record, that position is 100%.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Also, Razorgorn, welcome as a new member. Appreciate you joining as a member of the RPG. Going to get access to all the member streams, all the historical stuff, the archives, the emojis, everything else we put out there for members. Thank you so much. J3 for 5 says, if you go to their Twitch, they themselves are a minor. Well, that's going to create even more problems. Okay? That's going to create even more problems. So let's bring this up. And once again, it isn't even about this specific person. I'm more using this as a way to explain the problems with these sort of programs that can come from a good place, but can end up creating issues. Okay. Once again, I don't assume malice on the part of this person. I just assume that they don't know what the hell they're doing. Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm thrilled to announce a new program I am starting to support aspiring VTubers in our community. One thing I always notice, and this is really interesting, is that there is no capitalization. Where a normal person or an adult or a business person, if you're creating a business plan or doing something else, you would capitalize the word I. So I am thrilled to announce a new program, that should be capitalized. I know it sounds anal, but I had a senior partner in my law firm that if I made one little minor typo like that would march me into her office and chew me out. It's unacceptable, right? At a higher business level. And you can really tell somebody is a child or very inexperienced when they do not have proper capitalization and punctuation. I know it sounds like I'm being really weird and anal and whatever else, but no, people don't take you seriously without punctuation and proper grammar, proper capitalization, that sort of thing. It's part of professional presentation. It's important. It's actually important. It's not just for show. That said, let's continue on. Let's go past that. I will be offering startup assistance to a select group of individuals. So, okay, they want to give assistance. Now, mind you, we're going to get into this, but you don't have to involve any sort of organization or create a group or even a program necessarily, or a company, or involve really anything other than just giving stuff to VTubers and just doing that on a voluntary basis, right? So just saying, hey, I will help you do these things, right? Now, getting money involved is going to make things more complicated. Getting others involved is going to make things more complicated. Let's continue here. What's my plan? My plan is to help aspiring VTubers who can't afford it to start a career. And I believe them, by the way. And I just want to say real quick, I do believe them. I genuinely believe they have a good heart and they want to help people and they want to help new VTubers. And they're just a, like I said, a young person trying to help other young people that are aspiring out. I don't assume malice. I don't assume this is anything that's done for negative purposes or grooming purposes. Also, it seems like this is a minor, so maybe it's a person who's a minor and they're largely going to be helping people that are also minors, but that creates a whole host and mess of legal issues, right? If this person is actually a minor. Once again, I'm going based off what chat said in the comments here. Chat can be wrong, but I'll make that presumption right now. So what is the program going to do? They're going to provide VTuber models ready to use, emotes, overlays, help with setup and management, Discord setup, community management, additional art, profile pictures, banners, social media support, content creation assistance, and promotion. So they want to act effectively like an agency. So they're going to act like an agency here. Very, very, very interesting, because essentially that's what, at least on the back end, management setup, Discord setup, social media support. Will they have access to the accounts? Content creation assistance, are they going to be doing that work for you? Promotions, are they going to be negotiating brand deals and negotiating merch? Now, with VTuber models, emotes, overlays, that's not really a problem. Those are kind of easy. You can just give away models and emotes and overlays as you wish, right? So if you're somebody that just wanted to give out overlays or give that out because you wanted to be nice and you wanted to go ahead and just give out free overlays, free emotes, you can do that. There's free models out there. There's models that are totally free to use. VTuber models are totally free to use. So if that's all you want to do and all you want to do is just give away free VTuber models, then just do that, right? You don't need to do the rest of the stuff and then ask for some sort of compensation. Now, here's where it gets really, really tricky. And we're going to go back to this list, but let's continue here. Okay, this is my gift to the community. I want you guys to focus on the word gift, okay? So this is where I can tell this person does not know the meaning of the word gift in a legal sense. They are using the word gift when they do not mean a gift. This is not a gift. You're going to see that they're going to immediately contradict themselves with the word gift. If you give a gift, you do not expect it to be returned. That is a very specific term. And some people in the chat, this is making me laugh. I don't think this person is a grifter necessarily, but people in the chat are saying they meant to put grift instead of gift. They misspelled grift. That is very funny. That is very funny. It's very funny. But I don't think they're bad intentioned, right? I think they're naive, right? But gift is completely wrong. And a lot of what they're trying to do would be undermined by the fact that they made a comment that this is a gift. Thank you, professional gentleman, my mod, for dropping one Legal Mindset membership. A lucky one. got got a membership there from PG. Thank you, PG, for just supporting that one child, that one sweet summer child in the chat who's now green. Appreciate that. Oh, God. So good. Okay. So that's a big fuck up. They should never have said that. They should never have said gift. I know how expensive it can be to start your career as a VTuber, helping VTubers get started without worries of the startup costs. So once again, they're reinforcing the concept of a gift. They're saying you don't need to worry about cost. We're going to take care of that. So they drop that there, right? But you're going to find out real quick, they don't actually intend this to be a gift. They actually intend this to be something that is compensated, that involves compensation. Also, everybody is now trolling me in the chat by dropping one Legal Mindset membership. So thank you, Felzu, for the one. Thank you, Jin Blades, who says, speaking of gifts, thank you guys. Appreciate you with your one. I appreciate every single one. But sometimes I got to say, you guys frustrate me. So I'm with Sakana sometimes.
Yeah. I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
I'm just saying. But thank you for the gifts, all you guys, professional gentlemen, and all you guys who donated. Jim Blades, Felzu. Thank you guys. All right. Akami Ikolo, thank you for the one as well. I gotta play another one just for that. Just for that.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh yeah.
There we go. Giving the people what they want. All right. So what are they going to do? Well, they want talents. They're going to select 2 to 3 talents to start with potential for more as more funds become available. Needed qualities: trustworthy, willing to commit at least 2 hours per stream twice a week, exceptions allowed, prepared to work with me and my team for at least 6 months, good communication, 16 years or older. Okay, a lot of questions here. First of all, you're going to make them work. So if you're saying you're going to make them work, they're looking more like an employee or an agency or something else. If you're going to have a requirement that they do anything at all on their side, this is not just a true gift. You're moving over more into a contractor basis, maybe an employee basis, an agency basis, if you're requiring them to work, because that's a mutual exchange of promises. And as we just explained, or the chat rather inferred, this person has put out there on the internet, on their Twitch profile, that they're a minor, that they're an underage or not 18. So legally, if they were to sign a contract saying you must stream 2 to 3 hours a week, the person who receives the money can walk away and laugh, because a contract with a child is not binding, right? So they couldn't even hold the other party accountable, even if they had the money for a lawsuit, which I don't think they do based on their budget here, right? So this is a huge problem, right? They can't, all of these requirements, they can't hold them to any of them because they themselves are a child. And on the other side, they're trying to recruit children. So they're saying that people 16 years or older, well, in most cases, in many countries, you cannot sign contracts at 16 years or older. Now, I don't know what country they're in. Maybe they're in like Somalia or in like, I don't know, somewhere where there's a lower age of working age, and like Western Nigeria. I don't know where they're at right now, right? Like, I don't know where the age of, contracting is 16 necessarily, but this would be a problem. And you know what? They would probably need their parents to sign. Someone asked if they're a registered business. Due to the fact that this person is, thank you, A to B, a member for 5 months. What a Chad. Like, you can't register a business as a child. So I highly doubt that these people, this child, registered a legal business. I'm going to press X to doubt on that. But I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll put a poll in the chat. Does this minor have a legally registered business? Yes, no, and I'll add it in Minecraft. Yes, just for you guys. Give you guys a little poll because you guys like polls. I know you do. Thank you there. All right. Also, real quick, thank you to Kemi. I think I got that earlier, and also Warranty Void. Thank you for those ones. Appreciate you. Lemar said, Andrew, you should apply. Perhaps we get a monkey or a horse avatar. I know, and you know what? I would be happy to apply and take a free avatar. That's fine. But I'm not going to enter into a contract with a child, especially knowingly as a lawyer. That's fucked up. It's fucked up for an adult to enter into a contract with a child knowing it's not enforceable. Mark Gaviardi said, earlier topic, I got up at 5:30 to feed the cat. Okay. Thank you. Logical Mail says, hey, Andrew, you ever going to discuss the legal side of contracts around Lauren Chen? Yes. Plus the indictments. Yes, I will when I am back in Bangkok. I don't have my headphones, so I want to be able to review audio and other stuff like that. So I'm doing something today that's kind of a shorter topic, and it's all pure text, but I'll be doing that when I'm back in Bangkok tomorrow, probably. So I'm going to do a long one tomorrow. I'm probably going to do a long stream. Like we're going to do like a mega stream tomorrow, like a mega news catch up. We're going to have Lauren Tennant. We got Alyssa Mercante, the gaming journalist stuff. We've got, the Concord flailing. We've got a bunch of stuff going on that I need to look at. And we're going to have a mega stream tomorrow. Just like almost a marathon, a news marathon. It's going to be great. And sorry, Ben said, what did Ben say over here? My good friend Ben at Integrity Legal said, parents don't have that power. This isn't the Amistad. What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, we're talking about children working somewhere. I'm not even sure what country this is, Ben. As streamers, as VTubers. Okay, so other qualities they want. Skilled in art, music, gaming. Okay, it's fine. Already has somewhat of a community. What the fuck does somewhat mean? This is one problem I see with a lot of children and people who are not in business. In business, you need to have objective numbers and standards, right? And one of the reasons why these corporations and agencies, some of which I've spoken to directly, right? You guys know, obviously, I worked with Idle. I got to know a little bit about their thinking behind their contract. I got to talk through a lot with them. I had a behind the scenes multiple hours of talking through their contract. So I can say, I know how these corporations thinks, right? So I know how these corporations and the people within them think, right? In general, somewhat is not a standard. What they want to say, okay, is your community over 1,000 people? Is it over 100 people? Is it over 10,000 people? On what platform? On Twitch, on YouTube, on Discord, on Kick, right? Some objective standard. You're monetized. Maybe you're monetized on a platform. How about that? That's an objective standard. We can actually follow that. Somewhat is not really great. No one's going to follow a somewhat standard. Dedication, 3+ streams a week. Wait a second. That's preferred. I guess so 3+ is preferred, but they got to commit to 2 hours per stream twice a week. This is seeming very similar to VSEA. Very similar to VSEA. Ability to get along well with others, creative and unique, and willing to give me more freedom. Now, this is something that once again, the spelling really bothered me, but this is bad grammar. Willing to give me more freedom. Does this mean that this child wants to get the freedom of the streamers? What the fuck does that mean? Does anybody know what that even means? Give me more freedom, Andrew. I wish I could give freedom. I wish I could give freedom. I mean, if I could give freedom, I'd be distributing it like cotton candy. I'd be like, yeah, get this freedom, motherfuckers. We got freedom. Freedom fries, freedom units. I call Fahrenheit the freedom unit, by the way. It's the freedom unit. But I looked at this instead, and I'm like,
What the fuck?
I think they need to understand, because maybe this is a child. So they need to understand that when you are in a business relationship, you don't have as much freedom. One of the reasons why I'm very resistant to working as an employee, a traditional employee, is because I know my freedom is really important. So when I need to talk to somebody, I just talk to the boss, and the boss gives me the approval to do what the fuck I want to do, right? Now, if I have a business arrangement or some sort of business deal or something I've said I'll do, I honor those commitments. But for example, this week I had a program. This last 2 weeks, I've had a program that I am running. And, obviously I planned it. I followed through with it. I did everything I said I was going to do with it, all that good stuff. But if you're an employee, you're not free in a working sense. You are, whether you like to hear this or not, kind of the wagey slavey and the wagey cagey, right? That's just the way it is if you are a normal employee. If you're a contractor, if you're a gig worker, if you have your own business, you're not. But if you're a traditional employee, you're kind of not free, right? And I know it may offend people, right? But it is what it is. You kind of are a slave to the company. Now you can quit, but while you choose to do that, you choose to become a slave, which actually, if you guys know about like ancient Babylon, like back in the day, by the way, hit the like for slavery. Can the history of slavery get a little bit of a like? Can we get a little like here? A little like for slavery? I mean, you guys are pretty based, right? I mean, it's hitting the like button for slavery is definitely.
Hello, Beso Department.
But anyways, back in the day, historically, let's say ancient Sumeria, Babylon, stuff like that, you used to be able to like put yourself into slavery. You used to be like, yeah, I'm going to enslave myself in exchange for X. So you're going to give me like a bunch of money, a loan, right? And I'm just going to become a slave. I'm your slave. Now, the conditions for slaves weren't always so deplorable. Oftentimes they had a lot of agency. They were able to do a lot. They just were technically the property of somebody, right? They could have their own money. They could have their own home. They could own stuff independently that the master did not own. So they could own, for example, a house that they owned, right? So the person could own them, but the person can own them and their person, but not their property. It's kind of weird, but there were things that worked like that, right? Yeah, people became slaves as a means to escape poverty. Exactly, right? And that was kind of the ancient model. Right, we always think of stuff. We think that it was invented, right? We think it was invented in America by Americans. That's what historians want to teach us nowadays. But that's not how it is, right? These concepts have been around forever. I'd like to buy 2 freedoms, please. Thank you for your freedom dollars. I do appreciate those. And I also appreciate Leprechaun Gold coming in for 50. What an absolute stud. Thank you so much, Leprechaun Gold. Appreciate that. And the very adorable Sheba. Thank you for the great support of this channel and all those that are out there supporting. I love you to death. Mark Reality said, it is not the poll I support. It's a single mother on the poll that I support. Still drinking coffee. Forgive me. You are not forgiven. Speaking of the poll, 71% says that the miner has a legally registered business in Minecraft. 24% say no, and 5% are trolling and say yes. So 5% of you are hate watchers. I got you. Tommy Elkin said, why does this stream have a comment I wrote in Hiragana from 10 days ago and another comment in Japanese from 1 year ago? I feel like I'm going insane, or maybe it's just YouTube. That's not possible because I created this stream a minute ago, like a couple minutes before I started it. I created this stream 5 minutes before I started the stream. So that's not possible. Riaz Grimori, FFXIV player, says, I also worry about bad actors taking advantage. Exactly. I'm worried about that too. And I'm worried about people that are well-intentioned going out there and creating a bad situation and creating a lot of heartbreak, legal issues, criminal issues, because they decided to do something that they maybe should think about a little bit, right? Elwin said, if I'm a slave for simping 2D waifus, then I don't want to be free. Thanks, Elwin, for the 50,000 dong. Thank you. Razorgon for 5 Singaporean dollars. I just read an article today that I think it was Emirates is no longer doing their route between Singapore and Melbourne. Not going to happen anymore, but they're still doing, I think, a Singapore to Sydney. And you also got Scoot, Qantas, all the other airlines out there. But anyways, willing to give me more freedom. This person be like, prove to yourself that you have the strength and courage to be free. Indeed. And then last says, this reads like a flyer for a school club. Exactly, for 200 yen. Thank you, Nickel Shark, over there in Japan. I'm looking forward to being in Japan in 3 days. Really looking forward to that. But yeah, it really does. It looks like someone put this up in their middle school, because this may seriously be a middle schooler. Speaking of which, Solon says, children straight to the mines. Let's fucking go. The craft of mining is craved. It is craved by the children. All right. Let's continue here. Payment. Okay, here's where we have massive issues. So this person, this minor, this child wants to collect payment. You will keep 100% till you look at this, till they okay. Let me just say one thing. In a legal contract, whenever you are typing anything in a contract or an agreement, the most important sentence is the payment clause. You could be hit with malpractice if you fuck up the payment clause. Okay? If you do anything wrong, do it in an area that's not the payment. But using the word till, not even spelled correctly, I'm sorry. Get your shit together with the payment clause. Okay, let's continue. Till you feel ready. Feel. So you have a feeling-based clause. How many contracts, guys, when you work at a job, did your employment contract said you can work as long as you feel like? We're going to pay you, and you work as long as you feel like. And because this feel, look at the clause, till you feel ready to start paying us. So if you never, sorry, 1 second, I think I'm unplugged here. Oh no. There we go. Got to plug back in. And we're saved. Saved from battery saver mode. Good, right? Did that work? Did that work? Okay, yeah, that worked. Cool. All right. So if you are going to add a feel clause, it undermines everything. It literally undermines everything. So all the rest of it is invalid, because feel, you'll just never feel like it. You'll just be like, oh, I never feel like paying. Well, then you don't have to pay. That's why you do not use feelings with legal agreements, arrangements, etc. %10 of income after a few months will start going to us. No, it won't. You're a minor. Are you saying, imagine this. There's minors that are receiving payments from people who could be adults. 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 30-year-olds, who knows? They didn't put a limit on the person being old. They could be a 90-year-old. So you're going to have a minor taking payments from a 95-year-old who wants to be a VTuber in the retirement home. That's going to look weird as hell. And you're going to be communicating and signing contracts. I mean, that's just really weird. So 10% of income, well, income based on what? Is it based on revenue? How do you know? Who's tracking that? Who is us, the program? You're implying you have a company. You don't. You're a child, allegedly. According to your Twitch, you're a child. And even if you're not, because the feeling clause, you will never get to the 10% clause. And then look at the last part. 10% will become 5% or whatever you want to pay after the $1,000 has been repaid. These funds will help go and recruit and help me help others. Look, I know that their heart is in the right place. I get it. And I really genuinely do believe their heart was in the right place. But you can't put whatever you want to pay, because the answer to that is always going to be zero. Because you know what people want to get? They want to get free shit. I'd like that to be zero. Yeah, right here. I'd like that to be zero. Right? Negative 100%. I'd like you to reimburse me. I'm a retirement home VTuber. There you go. And by the way, nothing wrong with that. Shout out to VTubers at all ages. I got no problem with hags or with anything on this spectrum. What's an ancient hag? An ancient hag is like a crone. Can I call him a crone? Like, we gotta have a lingo for like a really ancient woman VTuber. The crones. I feel like that's right. Feels right. Right? All payments to me will be processed through PayPal for security. So after all of this ridiculousness, it's going through PayPal? I don't know. Professional Gentleman for 5 says, diggity hole. Thank you. Mystique says, 9 months. If I got pregnant when I started membership, I'd be giving Night Stalker and Rogue a sibling too. Welcome, Mystique. Thank you so much for hanging out and being around for 9 months. You're preggers. You're going to pop one out, and I appreciate that. Professional Gentleman said, a payment fee.
Fighting monkey とかさ。
Indeed. Bologna Bong says, I feel like supporting you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Bologna Bong. I do appreciate that. Speaking of Bologna Bongs, I have not done this in a long while, but one of my clients here bought some edibles, and they're supposed to be very, I don't know whether they were going to be weak or not, and I'm very afraid because I haven't touched an edible in years. Of course, I'm in Thailand right now. Everything is currently legal. And I was really concerned, so I took half. And my client took like 3, and neither one of us felt anything. So that was a whiff. It's been a while. But I didn't feel anything, right? I thought PayPal didn't allow minors to have an account. So whose account are they using? Mommy and daddy's? That's an issue. All right. What else we got here? Yeah, most likely CBD. Probably was something else. Yeah. You just think you felt nothing. The stream isn't actually happening. I'm actually so fucking high right now. No, I know I can get. You might have the enzymes to break down THC. That's true. That could happen. So let's continue here. There's more. They're looking for volunteers. So here's where I'm really concerned. They want to bring people in to review applications, to edit, to manage, tech support, experience needed, overlay creation, content creation. Volunteers will not be paid due to current budget being zero. Well, this is sounding like they are employees. Are you going to have them sign a volunteer contract to make sure that they know they're not employees? Because it kind of sounds like they are. And once again, you're a minor, so your volunteer contract is going to be sus as well. There's all sorts of issues there. Are they going to sign it with your parents? Right? If you're interested in being part of the program as a volunteer, please DM me what you would be willing to help with. And for the talents, there will be a form where you can apply. Thank you for reading and support. Honestly, so here's my end game here. I think this may be somebody who, and this is a speculation. I don't know this creator. I don't know who they are. Maybe they just want to have friends and be positive influence on the community, right? A lot of times people want to do stuff to say, hey, I want to be more social. I want to interact with the community, right? My intention is to help people start because I started up and I want VTuber friends and I want to be like friends with everybody. That's a good intention. And I don't want to say that's bad, right? Now, I don't want to say that's something that is wrong to feel that way. However, this is not a fully fleshed out program, and they should really think about this before they end up getting people hurt, whether that's the talents themselves or the people working for them. And it ends up being a VSEA type scenario. There's security breaches here. There's private information. There's potential doxing, right? There's all sorts of stuff. This could be a scam. I mean, once again, I don't think it's a complete scam, but it could be, right? And once again, this VTuber has a couple hundred people following them on X, and their Twitch is a couple hundred people. It's not very big. This is not a huge person. I don't think this person, unless they're a trust fund baby, has a ton of money to throw out there. And as somebody mentioned in the chat, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Right? Carrie, member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Carrie. And then Razorgon for 10 Singaporean dollary dues says, even if there's no feel, 10% of the income does mean this. If I earn 50% from VTubing monthly and 1,000 from my job, do I have to pay 1,005? They weren't clear enough. They weren't clear enough. That's a big problem. So I would advise anybody who does something like this, or if you see one of these, first of all, forward it to me because I would like to review these and I'd like to throw these out there. But just be very cautious because these are questions that are important. I don't think this person is like I don't think this person is a scammer in the sense that they're out here to like steal people's information and dox them and all that. But there's potential issues. There's real potential issues. So just be very careful when these things drop and when these things go down. That said, that's what I got for today. So, guys, I know it was a shorter stream. I know it was a little briefer. Obviously, I'm away from home. I don't have my headphones on. I don't have my full setup. I'm using a little ring light like an e-girl. Like, it's really embarrassing. I'm actually kind of embarrassed to be. I mean, look at this, guys. I'm going to take a photo for you guys real quick and show you. Like, look at this ring light setup. Actually, can I even? There you go. I'll do it like that. I'll do it like that. That won't dox anything. And then hold on, I gotta make sure the reflection doesn't dox anything. Okay, I think we're good here, right? But we got this ring light. Look at this. Look at this. Like a freaking like an e-girl. Okay, like an e-girl. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Next thing I know, I'm going to be streaming off of my bikini shorts. Just saying. Steven said it could be a predator acting as a minor. If I had kids, I'll tell them no. Exactly. And I don't think this person individually is that, but it could be in any circumstance. If I saw somebody wanting to do this and they're not really well established, I wouldn't trust them. And it's not anything personal. It's just they're not well known. This is not a large creator. This is not somebody who's big. This is not somebody who was in an agency. For example, if someone like Doki Bird wanted to create her own agency, or let's say somebody who went off and had some experience wanted to do that, Kirsha wanted to start an agency, she's big enough that she could do it, right? If Kirsha wanted to start an agency, she's big enough to do it. She's got enough size for that. And I could see that being a thing, right? But this is not that. This creator is not Kirsha, right? Or, whoever else, right? I want to start an agency. Not a thing. Not a thing. King Lucha, thank you for the 5 Legal Mindset memberships. Let's play a little clip here.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh, yeah.
Giving the people what they want. But that's what I've got for today, guys. I've got to go. I've got a dinner. Some nice Italian food is waiting for me. And I do appreciate all of you for joining me. Thank you so much. Thank you for sticking with me. Sorry it's a short one, like I said, on business, but I'll be back in Bangkok tomorrow with the full 4K setup. Until then, guys, we'll leave you with a little.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Low,